So let's go into the Q3 numbers. What did we see? So in Q3, this is the announcement. It's a very short announcement. So the main thing you want to focus on is the production numbers, which is about 237,000 vehicles in one quarter, right? And the delivery numbers is 241,000, okay, in one quarter. Now, these numbers may not make sense on the surface, right? It may not make sense for the surface. But, guys, 1 year, we have how many quarters? We have 4 quarters. And if you have one quarter, almost 250K deliveries, if they keep up with this, right, they are going to hit how many vehicles? How many vehicles? They are going to hit 1 million, all right, 1 million car delivery in 2021. 1 million. Okay, so congratulations to Tesla. I think this is one of the target they have been aiming for, right? For 1 million deliveries. Now, 1 million itself is not enough unless we can see how it compares with the past. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you guys is this. Basically, we look at the previous quarter, Q2, over here, right? And you can see what's the main difference. First thing, right? The increase in total delivery is 20%, right? So over one quarter, they increased their delivery by 20%. Hey guys, if you all find this valuable, you realize how important it is to read the Q3 numbers, do share this whole feed, all right? I didn't screen it on YouTube today. I don't know why. I totally forgot about it, all right? But for the rest of you on Facebook, do share this across Facebook because it's so important. Because a lot of people just look at the delivery numbers and they don't see the power of it. Because remember this, Tesla achieved 20% increase amidst all the world global chip shortage, right? In fact, General Motors came out and say, hey, we're not gonna fulfill our production targets, our delivery targets because of chip shortage, so on and so forth, right? They say that, oh, this year we're not gonna do it. But Tesla totally did it. Okay, Tesla raked in so much money. So I don't know. GM, Toyota, Honda, the other companies, are they not telling the truth? Okay, so I have no idea who is correct or wrong, but all I know is if the chip shortage is real, amidst all these chip shortage, Tesla managed to achieve a 20% increase in delivery. 20%. In fact, the production numbers is even better, more than 20%. Okay, all right. And the other thing I want you to note is if you compare this to 1 year ago, you will notice that the increase is not just 20%. Year on year, it was actually a 73% increase. And I'm not sure if you all can see there is a very stark difference in the makeup, in the composition, right? Guys, what is the main difference here? Can you all see between these two numbers? These two set of numbers over here. What is the main difference? Can you type in the comments? What is the main difference here? How is this significant? Right? How is this significant? Now, not just that the total number increased, but I want you to take note is that you can see that the focus is actually more shifting towards the Model 3 and the Model Y vehicle. Now, later I'll share with you why this is so significant. Why Model 3 and Model Y are significant. Right? But overall, these two are their affordable range, right? These are the mass market range. They are not so much focusing on the Model S and Model X for now. Okay, for now. In fact, 1 year ago, they delivered even more Model S and Model X. So you can see they are really putting all the firepower behind the mass market. So they are going for market share. Okay, exactly like what Ginny said, a reduction in S and X, right? And they doubled their production for Model 3 and Model Y. Okay, now, so when we look at the total numbers, this is super significant. Why? Because you can see even by just the third quarter, right now, this gray color portion, we are only in the third quarter, everyone. We are already way above the last production whole year. That means even if right now Tesla don't produce anything, which is impossible, right? And they don't deliver, they already outperform their whole year's delivery in 2020. Okay, so I think that is really, really powerful. Okay, and really that will bring in a lot of cash. Okay, so for this part, I really want to give credit where credit is due, all right, which is to Elon Musk and the whole team. Okay, and I think there was a leaked email that talks about how Elon Musk was pushing the people to really work very hard to make sure that they achieve all this for the investors. So I really like this as an investor for Tesla. Nothing warms my heart more than to know that the CEO is thinking for us. Okay, because Elon Musk is known to be a very long-term thinker, a long-term investor himself. Okay, I don't know how many of you here are long-term investor. If you are, type in LT. Okay, if you are a long-term investor, type in LT. Because as a long-term CEO and investor, he could just say that, hey guys, no need to hit the next quarter number so long we consistently increase our production. Right? But Elon Musk, as a investor thinking for us, he also knows that in the next quarter, if they do not achieve their target, then what's going to happen to the share price? The share price is going to drop. Okay, so this is a bit of their, I would say Tesla Elon Musk thinking for us, thinking for investors. Now, the thing is this, I don't know if you all noticed this, right? Is that back in 2016, they barely produced 75,000 vehicles. And right now, they are already at 527,000 vehicles. So this means in a period of just 5 years, okay, they almost 10x their production. Okay, all right, let me just erase this. Sorry, 627. Yeah, okay, so this is 75. They 10x their production because I'm very certain we are going to hit 700,000 deliveries at least. We are definitely going to go above 700,000. So they actually achieve 10x of results. 10 times. Okay, let me change my pen color here so it's easy to see. 10 times the results in 5 years. So the thing is this, can Tesla keep up 10 times the production and delivery, okay, in the next 5 years? So this is the question mark. We don't know. All right, so this remains to be seen. You want to continue to monitor the company, which is why for those of you who are invested in Tesla, you need to monitor this. This is super important. If they achieve this, okay, long story short, the current valuation is too cheap. Okay, but if they don't, okay, like what Sebastian said, hey, Tesla could be overpriced, 100%. Okay, now let's go into the next one. The next one is this. Now, this is the model breakdown, okay, in terms of production. And this is on a quarter-on-quarter basis, right? So back in 2017, Q4, all the way up. So you can see the production number is very healthy. But the key thing is this, is to take note that the main increase here, can you see the recent years came out with this green color thing, okay? What is this green color thing? This thing started flying. What is this thing? What is this green color portion? Can you all type in the chat? What model is this? What model is this? Okay, type it in. What model is this? I think I got an answer for you already, right? Okay. Yes, indeed, it is Model Y. Okay, indeed, it is Model Y. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, I need to have a more sexy bell sound. Okay, Model Y. Now, Model Y is surging. Now, why is Model Y surging? Okay, partly because US people like to drive SUV. They like their Ford car, their big GM car, you know, that kind of thing. So they like SUVs, and that's why Tesla is going to come up with Cybertruck. But this year, we haven't even included production delivery for Cybertruck yet. None, okay? So why is Model Y so important? Because Elon Musk, during some of his interview, he did mention this. He said that actually Model Y is cheaper to produce than Model 3. Okay? A SUV is cheaper to produce than a sedan, or some people call it a saloon. Okay? But why is that the case? How can an SUV be cheaper than a sedan? Because Model Y was of a higher technology. By the time they could produce Model Y, okay, and like what Harry said, they already started their Gigafactory print, right? The mega printer, mega caster that is going to cast the car in just one stamp. Boom, then the whole structure is out already. Whereas Model 3 is still pretty much slightly older technology, traditional way of car production where there are many parts, they had to weld together, screw together and things like that. So this actually makes Model Y cheaper to produce. But when it comes to selling, guys, what do you think? Do you think an SUV or a sedan will sell higher if it's the same range? SUV, of course. Okay, so this means that Model Y, because it's cheaper to produce, you can sell for a higher price, there's going to be a huge, juicy, fat margin over here for Tesla to gain. Okay, and this will not be hard for Tesla because people traditionally are very used to selling or buying SUV at a much higher price. Okay, so I think this one is really a fantastic job for Tesla. Okay, and therefore with Model Y increasing, I would expect the financials, the revenue, the net margin, the operating income to really start to produce from here and really go up, right? And they are achieving this mission impossible. Why? Because just about 4 or 5 years ago, everyone is saying this company will never make a single cent. But they are right now. Okay, they are right now. Now, let's go into the next slide. Why is this quarter or this delivery number so important, right? In fact, have they been producing better numbers? Sorry, not better numbers, but they produced so many quarters, right? And why are we just focusing this quarter? Because firstly, this is the best number ever. And this signifies the starting phase of Tesla in their mass production effort. Because, take note, whatever numbers that you just saw, okay, whatever number that you just saw did not include a few things. Firstly, it did not include the production for Austin, Texas, which is not produced yet, which is the one over here, all right, the Texas factory, and the Europe factory in Berlin, right, in Germany. These two have not kickstarted. And guess what? These two are their most modern, most productive, most efficient factory. They're going to churn out cars way faster than the one that currently they already have in the desert. Okay, and these two haven't get started. So that's why I'm very confident that Tesla is going to definitely break 1 million production by end of the year, for sure. Okay, next one is this. They have not included Cybertruck at all. There was no mention of Cybertruck. And Cybertruck, to be very frank, I don't think it's a money-making thing for them. It's more of a marketing tool. But hey, sure, it will add to the bottom line, right? And the next thing is, in some areas in the US, there's no more EV credits for Tesla, for those of you who are buying Tesla in the US. And this is on the backdrop. With this backdrop, they still produce record deliveries and production. So imagine when Joe Biden finally came back, he's back, right? When his whole Green Deal is going to push through and the EV credit is going to come back again, how would the take-up rate for Tesla is going to be, right? In fact, right now, when I look at the Europe numbers, Tesla is once again the leading market share in the last quarter of production, okay? And last but not least, there's one more car that from Tesla that hasn't been produced yet, which is the very low-end, very cheap $25,000 US new vehicle, right? And this has not gone into production yet. So this is really amazing. And another thing is they haven't included all the AI, autonomous driving, autopilot, AI technology. None of that is in, and this is the numbers that we are seeing already. So just imagine when all this starts to kick in, what kind of numbers can you imagine? Okay, what kind of numbers can you imagine? So I'm just going to give some quick prediction over here. Now, I want to say, this is not a recommendation to buy or sell. So please, everyone, do your own due diligence, okay? Otherwise, you will be like in the Squid Game. I will shoot you, okay, if you move wrongly, okay? So please make sure you do your own due diligence. Don't fall into the trap, okay? But let's go into the revenue numbers. Now, I think revenue numbers is going to be around a 20% increase, about $13 to $14 billion in revenue. Okay, and if I look at the operating income, I think it will increase slightly lesser, about 15%. That will bring it to about $1.5 to $1.6 billion. Okay, so what does this mean for Tesla share price? Okay, because it doesn't mean anything if you are unable to translate all of this into a certain target that you want to buy. Now, I will not go into details on how I calculate the share price, but I just want to share with you, all right, how I do it. Basically, whenever I look at a company, when I look at a stock, I always ask myself, what is my neutral case? Okay, what is my bull case and what is my bear case? Okay, because I want to know if I'm right, I'm here. If I'm okay, I'm here. If I'm wrong, and this is how far I'll drop basically. Okay, so let's go into it. So guys, what do you think is my fair value price? Okay. So what do you think is my fair value price for Tesla? Fair value price for Tesla. Okay, what do you think? Type it in. Everyone here, there's almost 300 of you. Type it in. What do you think is my fair value price for Tesla? What do you think? Or what is your fair value price? Maybe. Okay. So let's see. So some of you say 1,100, 1,002, 1,002, 700. Sebastian, right? 500 and 600. Okay. What else? Any more? Hey, there's 200 of you. How come so few of you only? Harry say 1,002. Mark is 750. Jeremy is 500. Wow. So actually, I think most of you feel that currently Tesla is slightly overvalued, right? From what I can see. Suchu is 2K. Mehu was super specific, 821. Okay. All right. 680, 1,002 from Jin E. All right. Shiying is 5750. 2,000 from unknown Facebook user. Hey guys, for those of you on Facebook, do just give the permission to stream here so next time I can see your name. Okay, I would love to call you out as well. Okay, not nice to call you by just Facebook user, right? So lame. Okay, 550 from another person. Okay, so let me go into it. Let's see what is the price we're gonna get. Okay, what is the honey? Okay. Oh, let me stop this. Okay, let me stop this. So my sound effect going crazy. Okay, so I just want to say this is roughly a 1 to 2 year, okay, 1 to 2 year target. All right, 1 to 2 year target. So my fair value for Tesla is around 1,200. Okay, based on my own projection on how they grow, which I already show you. Okay, so it's around 1,200. Now, what is my bull case? My bull case is around $2,000. Okay, my bull case for the next 1 to 2 years is around $2,000. Now, what is my worst case? My bear case. Let me just set up the scene first, because some of y'all see the bear case, you're like, wow, crazy! Why is so low and things like that? You will feel like, wow, something is wrong. Okay, but don't be so savage. Let me say what are the conditions that I think will warrant a bear case. First thing that will warrant a bear case is that if the production slows down, number one. Okay, it must slow down quite significantly. Number two, okay, is that one of the competitor, be it your GM, your Toyota, your Peugeot, or whichever other competitor, okay, wake up their idea and start producing and making factories like how Tesla is doing for Gigafactory. Okay, so with these two in mind, right, my bear case, okay, what is my bear case? Drum roll. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, my bear case is around $500. Okay, so that's my bear case. Now, how about you? Right? So the thing is this, over here, I'm not trying to tell you, oh, you should, buy when it's at 500, sell when it's at 2,000. No. Right? I just want you to go through the process to think like an investor. How do you invest in a company that is as volatile as, as Tesla, right? The Tesla share price, as you can see over here, has been going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And now we are slightly on an upward trend already. Okay? So what do you think, right? Do you think this makes sense? Now, the thing is this, like I said, back to my original question is, what is your portfolio, right? What is a correct portfolio for you? And this pretty much determines how you are going to invest, right? Because when I coach students, there is no one size fit all. And I always say this to everyone who attended my OMI training for 3 days, right? There's no one size fit all. There's no like, oh, buy Tesla and all of you will be rich. Because guess what? If you're a young chap and you don't really look at the market, you have very good stomach, right? You can tolerate the volatility, then you can just buy and hold Tesla and just don't touch it for about 10 years, right? And you're likely to do well at the end of the journey because it's such a long time. But for some of my students who are like near the end of the retirement, they don't have 10 years, or in fact, they don't want to wait for 10 years for that to realize. Okay, so different people, different stroke. And I think that is very important for everyone here to realize, because I've seen, especially recently, a lot of those scam chats like, oh, come to our this WhatsApp group, this Telegram channel, and you just like follow this stock idea, you're gonna make it, right? Or I buy this, you buy this, I sell this, you sell this. And guess what? I've been receiving quite a fair bit of emails asking for help because they lost so much money there. So I just want to use this opportunity to share with everybody how to think like an investor, a real investor. Don't just copycat trades, right? Now, there's nothing wrong to get ideas from someone else. I also get my ideas from a lot of people, right? But it is about getting the idea and then distilling it down for yourself to think about whether you want to invest and how you're going to invest, how much you're going to invest. Okay. And I think that is the most important thing. Okay. All right, guys, you all learned something today. If you learned something today, type in the chat yes. Okay. Type in the chat yes. Now, as I promised you, I know many of you have a lot of questions in different segments of what we do here or what I do here. All right. So now is the great time, right? Be it your questions is in the stock market, in the real estate, in crypto. Let me just see what time is it now. 9:30. Oh, the market is open. Okay, but never mind. I'm just going for the run after that. So I'm just going to give like another 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to open up the floor. Ask me anything. Okay, let me know if you all have any questions. Okay.